Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Happy Friday. You made it through another week. It's the last Friday in January. It's the last weekend in January. We got new subscriptions coming out on Sunday. So, hi, Sandy. How are you? Hope you're warming up there in Minnesota. Got to 15 today, but it was not warm for being 15. So I'm just kind of give everybody a couple minutes here to get in and then we'll get started. Welcome tonight. I have a little new thing tonight. I rearranged my desk, so I am now standing. Hi, Luann. So I have the same desk, but I rearranged it, pulled it up, took some things off of it. So I, got my Olo markers on here, things like that. Hey, Easies. Happy Friday. All righty. I'm going to go ahead and switch my down camera over right away. Good evening, Karen, as everyone comes in and gets started. Hi, Miss Penny. Hi, Pam. Okay, come on. There we go. There we go. All right. So tonight we're going to use the inspiration box. But first, thank you. Garage sale buy. And actually, in all honesty, I changed my shirt because I spilled pizza on my original shirt underneath. Hi, Mama. So thank you. Little sneak peek. If you didn't see, this is the first card I made with the Valentine's countdown box, which was a bunch of the paper. So that video is up on the Brutus Monroe channel and on my channel. I will have video 2 up tomorrow, probably afternoon, and video 3 will be up on Sunday, and then they'll be sporadic between now and the 14th. So we're going to play the inspiration box tonight. I've got the perfect match stamp set. We've got some card panels. I haven't decided if we're going to play with those not yet. You also get some of our overlays, the cluster of hearts, and I don't remember, glowing hearts maybe. You get some of the confetti cannon and rose gold matte stock. And you get some pieces of card. You get us red and purple cardstock, heartstrings paper pad, which I am not going to use tonight. I am going to, I'll show you what they look like, but I'm not going to use this tonight. And then exclusive to the box this month is this die. I believe it's called Heartfeld. So it's only available in the box. And we probably will use that tonight as our embellishment. Also, with any order you place of $25 or more that is shippable, you will get this With Love mixed paper pack. So we will be using that tonight as our pattern paper instead of what's in the box. And you get these beautiful hearts, and then you get some glitter stock. And they will tell you these two are my favorite of all the glitter stocks. But we've got all of these glitter stocks in there. So any links down below, they are affiliate links, which just means if you place an order using one of those links, I get a small kickback, which doesn't cost you anything, but does help me bring you content. Now, through the magic of television, I have already used the SVG file and stamped out all of the items from the stamp set. If you have already gotten the SVG file, there was an update to the SVG file today, which Nick so gladly changed. I asked him to cut in, just so you know, if you didn't download it. Originally, it was like this, and I asked him to change it if he could, and he did die cut, which it's not centered perfectly, but it is. So if you've already downloaded it, you will have an email that says, here's the updated version. So we've got all these little things. I'm not sure which ones we're going to use tonight. I'm just going to kind of put them off to the side. These are all stamped out on Perfect Blend paper with Raven Detail ink. Like I said, I use the SVGs to cut them out. I have 2 of each sentiment, and I think I have 4 of each little animal here. So I hope everyone had a good week. I had a couple of days of under the weather, and I'm finally feeling better today. I did wake up with a little bit of a headache this morning, but my daughter introduced me to these packets of powdered aspirin or acetaminophen or something like that, and man, they work really, really fast. Yes, you should, Pam, you should have gotten an update. I got an email today that says that it was updated. So hopefully you did. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pull. Oh, also in the card is card bases. I stuck them inside. So, okay. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm probably not going to use the card bases tonight. I'll just stick those in my little bin and let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and we'll make a couple of cards tonight. I believe this is Scarlet. It might be Holly. I'd have to check my old ones. Let's see here. This is Scarlet. This looks a little lighter than this. But I would say the heirloom tomato would be a very, very similar color. So if you have the chromatic reserve release, we have a little bit of this stuff in stock. And this is aubergine, which is my favorite. I did link this below because I did know that was still in stock, and I love it. I have a couple of packages of aubergine. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to a 2 size panel. So hopefully I don't have a lot of jiggliness with my camera. I might have the table might wiggle a little bit because it's up higher, but I don't think my camera will as I tried to move it. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to A2 card. And I'm going to do that for all of these, for all 4 of them. So we can start with that. So if it does, you guys will have to let me know, because I don't always get a chance to look at the camera. I had plans of maybe putting my camera over in you guys can't see it, over this way so that I can see it from my left while I'm crafting, but I'm so used to it being over to the right that I figured I should just leave it there. And now that I'm standing, I can actually see my TV so I can see my screen. So, and then the other thing I like about standing up is I got a step stool from an extra bar stool from our downstairs that I have underneath. So when I need to sit, and I can actually sit my trimmer right on it. So, okay. So we're going to do this first. We're just going to kind of play here a little bit. I'm thinking I might have to grab a die because I'm thinking these would be foilable. I suppose I could foil them tonight, but I think instead of foiling them, I would rather use some of my trimmer did not trim that right. Like this one would be a fun one to foil because you have the black hearts. That would totally, I probably would not foil the other ones because I want my penguins to be black and white. And I'm not sure I would want this whole heart to be. I'd have to try it. I'll try it over the weekend and then I'll show you guys the difference. I'll take a picture and put it in the fan club group. But, oh, and of course there's the bear too, which I like the bear as being black with the little red heart. So I haven't decided. I'm thinking about these guys here, and I'm thinking about die cutting that out. So I'm thinking what I might do is we're going to do that right off the bat, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down, okay? So this is our cluster of hearts overlay. I don't think I linked this in my collection. I forgot that it was in the box, so I apologize. It is available separately. I think down below in the description box, I think I just linked the stamp set and the inspiration box. But Candi's Live, if you Google that, you put that in for a search in there, you would find everything else. Okay, so look at how fun. You guys could just do this. And you could totally have a card base, a clean and simple card base with this craziness. Now, I don't know why my camera does that. I think I got to figure it out. I'm going to have to Google it, why it re-autos, because I think there's a way to fix that, because that does annoy me a little bit. But I think what I want to do is I'm going to go grab a die quick. Give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to grab a couple of them. Okay, my heart dies were not over there. So not my heart dies, my circle dies must be right here, yes. Oh, I have something else to show you after Christopher's Live. So I haven't decided if I want to do a heart. These are old, not this. These are old, the classic nested hearts from Spellbinders. I'm going to check and see if this would work. It might be too big. Yeah, it's a little too big. Okay, so we're going to do a circle. Yeah, I do too. I like them in black as well. I like the contrast, especially with the animals. And like I said, that one would be really fun to foil because it's a little different. But these are Spellbinders, or no, these are Hero Arts Infinity dies. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull one of these out. Just like that. That's perfect. So that's the 4th largest. Get my little die cut machine here ready to go. I am going to tape it down. And while I am doing this, I'm going to tape it in place because I don't want to, I like to go upside down and I'm not perfect at this. I'm going to go ahead and grab this die and just kind of put it at an angle right here. And we're going to cut some of these little hearts out too. Okay, see, then I can flip this upside down. It'll go on my magnet and it will stay right where oops, I just moved it. All right, let's check it out. Make sure I didn't, yep, I moved it. I didn't plop it down the right direction. So let's try that again. I'm super excited for next month's release too. I mean, I can't believe January is almost over and I still have lots to play with. That's my goal tomorrow, is to be in my craft room just playing around. All right, we're going to run this through here quick. My new little Impress type die cut machine. And one of the reasons I wanted to do that is because I wanted you guys to see that it does cut through the overlay and the cardstock. Now, the reason that's stuck like that is because that's where it's taped down. But, I mean, I had no issues with that. So I'm just going to pop this die out, pop those upside down. And are you ready? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? It's so cute. Oh, we got a little heart right there. Might even use that little half a heart. Let's get those off of there. All right. All right, so we've got this already, which can be down, and you could just easily put this down like this and pop it up, and you'd have a very easy card. You could ink blend around it. I want to trim that up and make it look nicer, because for some reason I did not chop that right. I'm actually thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches and 5 1/4, because that little extra bit, if I go put this on my card base, let me grab one. That little extra bit of white helps that red to pop. And then I have that so I can do this. And that little white pops, which is perfect. I would suggest if you wanted to, like, what I think I'm going to stencil on this, but what I would do is you could also run this through an embossing folder and give it some texture if you wanted to. Or like I said, I'm going to ink blend on it. I'm going to grab one of our new stencils here, maybe. I think I put them all in my stencil bin, though. My stencil thing. My friend, the Sandy. Thank you. The Sandy told me about these. They're cookie stencils. I don't know if that's in this one, or I thought I had them all out. I thought I kept them all out. But I'm not seeing them. So I may change my mind completely. Yep, we're going to change my mind completely because I'm not seeing that. Where are my... Oh, here it is. Here it is. So we've got this stencil. This is the Falling Hearts stencil. And I think the reason I want to use this is because I think it's not super, like, it's not going to cover completely. And I think I'm just going to use some Versamark ink on it. Well, not Versamark, but embossing ink on it. Let's see if this is my embossing. I don't know if this is my embossing. Looks like it is. All right, my embossing ink pad. Yes, they would, they would be fun too. I mean, that's the fun thing about, I think, these panels is that you could use some foil and you could use the Magical Shattered Glass or some of our other new overlay foils that are heat embossed foils, and it would give those animals some shimmery look as well. which if we have time, I can always pull one of those out and we could try it, like maybe with that bear. So I like to use a foam dome. So this is the dome with my embossing ink. Sometimes I will go direct to paper and go ahead and just pop it right down when I have a, it's not a delicate stencil. It has just those holes. I don't care if it's not perfect. No little fallen snow through here would be cute too. Actually, maybe we'll do some fairy dust. You guys know me. Step it up a little bit. Flying by the seat of our pants kind of girl. Let's check it out. Okay, so it's good, but I missed a spot. So I'm going to line it back up the best I can here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and just up here in this corner. I didn't get enough up there. There we go. And I think I will do that with some fairy dust. I know it does not set till you heat it. That's the nice part. I mean, I can't tell you that if you leave it sit all night. I mean, I've never tried that, but I do know that it doesn't dry that fast. I know other embossing inks, sometimes you have to like stamp and heat emboss a little bit. The Brutus Monroe one, I can do an entire panel. I can stamp multiple items and then heat emboss it. All right, I need a paintbrush. And then it will set. Okay, because I got just a little bit of something right there. I didn't use any anti-static powder tool. Don't worry too much about it being perfect unless it's like a sentiment or the focal point, because I can always add a little splatter and make it look intentional, which is probably, me, what we're going to do. All right, I think actually, nope, we'll leave that. Just like that. Okay, let's get our heat tool out here. I have to plug it in. I wasn't planning on using embossing ink tonight. I'm just getting used to my new setup here too. Yes, I love the binders. I am a total a stencil. Sandy, I would need 5, I think, for all of my Brutus Monroe stencils. That's what I fell in love with first. I have an entire bin that's not even in there in a binder yet of these. Now I did find, I love these cookie stencils. I think they're off our big brand online store. I do like them because you can buy them, and I also found them where I could get them without that. I was able to just buy the inserts, and then I like that I can close them. And then there are some that are colored. So I have a purple one, I have a red one. I don't know if I have an orange one, but I do have a red one that I put all of my Christmas ones in. I think I did like a pink or green one for a pink or yellowy one or something for florals. And then I have my clear ones. So that just adds just that little bit back there. It is a clear sparkle. It is a clear sparkle. Icicle is just clear, and then fairy dust. Oh, I'll show you. Pam, you want to see fairy dust? We'll show you that tonight. I'll show you something. What my favorite way to use fairy dust is. Okay, so I think that's really cute. I honestly don't think I want to add too much more other than some of our new paper, our freebie, if I can figure out where I put it, because I moved a bunch of stuff here. We are going to put some of this colorful paper back down here. I think I'm going to do a stripe down the bottom side here. We better cover up that ink. And then we got some hearts. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to do just the red to the pink hearts. I'm just trying to make sure it's straight. So I've just trimmed off the pink and red hearts because this is just kind of a pink and red kind of card. And then we're going to just kind of stick it down underneath here a little bit. Just like that. And so very quick, really quick card. Now this pattern paper is a little thinner. It's kind of more like scrapbook paper. So I don't know if I would recommend using liquid glue with this or use it very, very, very little. I think, is it Taylor maybe that says it? I don't know who says it. ... not a lot. Or is that kids, I guess, learn that in school. I mean, I never did learn that in school, but dot, 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 not a lot. Okay, we're just going to eyeball this. Right about there. And then just to give it some extra, something a little extra, I'm going to go ahead and pop up that circle. Stick that little piece off to the side. We might use that yet. You can always stick that on the inside of your card. And I think I'm going to go ahead. Oh my goodness. Get my scissors in there. I'm going to go ahead and use, I have no idea where this foam tape is. This could be Brutus Monroe tape. This could be from somewhere else. I have no idea. I have been on a mission to use mine up. Hi, Lynn. You found us. Yay. Welcome for joining us. I heard you were going to be joining us. Miss Luann told me that. So that is exciting. Thank you. Thank you. You could use foil glaze with a stencil and then, yes, you could. Yes. No heat needle. You could use foil glaze. Yes. Sorry, I didn't see that right away. I'm not used to it being over there. Yeah, I don't remember I've heard it a few times. I don't remember. I've heard it a few times. And I think that's where I heard it from the first time. But I'm not 100% sure. All right. I am using a little bit more foam tape than I probably really need, but I am a firm believer in using your supplies. Use it up. Don't hoard it, even though I do hoard. I mean, who has pattern paper more than 10 years old in their supplies? Shh, don't tell anybody. But I honestly can say I do have paper that's older than 10 years because my mom knows this. When I moved to have my mom move from my childhood home to where she's at now, we were moving her the day of the move, and on her very bottom, I helped. One of the last things from the upstairs that got packed was her shelving units at the top of the stairs, and it had some scrapbooking stuff in it. And I found an entire container of red cardstock that from a company that she bought a long time ago, and it's a red that I love. So I maybe took it home. Oh, thank you, Kate. That's super, super nice. Yeah, no sagging. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and stick this guy down. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher. And then I will actually put this on a card base. Oh, I never put stuff on card bases, do I? But we're going to tonight. And then we got to have another little, I made some accent pieces, so we're going to use those too. They're going to be fun. All right, well, let's eyeball this. Love it. And then we've got our little hearts here. Now, I haven't die cut little pieces like this before from our overlay foil. So let's check it out. Oh, no, this is right. Duh, this isn't, I already stuck it down. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to glue. I forgot I stuck this too. This is the background, not just the overlay foil. We're just going to stick a couple little hearts down just like this. I'm going to put one here and I'm going to put one up here. Oops. And we got card number 1 done. You guys gave me some ideas, so I need to move because I want to make more than one. Okay. All right, we got that one. And we're going to grab this and put it right here. Ooh, stick. It wants to stick to my wax tip. All right, we got card number 1, you guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, Sandy, you don't want to see my paper. I really, really don't, because I'm a scrapbooker too. So I have scrapbooking paper like no tomorrow. And I'm not afraid about it. I'm not ashamed of it because I still like to scrapbook. I just haven't taken the time to do it. So I got card number 1. We'll go ahead and put this on off the side. Look at how fun that is. Okay, so Pam, for you. Okay, first thing I wanted to show you. Tuesday night, Christopher talked about doing this, and I came upstairs and did it right away. I swatched out all of our overlay foils on black. So if you're wondering what they look like on black, these are all of them. I'm just trying to kind of show you that so you can see the different patterns. Or at least these are all the ones that I have. So if there's another one, I might be missing it. But anyway, that's what they look like on black. So if you're ever curious, they don't always photograph well. That's how I wanted to show you live. All right, so let's find, we're going to take another one of these cute little panels. And I'm thinking it's going to be this guy. This guy. Yeah, they're super sparkly. Okay, this is going to be kind of a mess here. So this is just for Pam. This is going to be a very basic card. I am going to trim it down a little bit because I do want it to be, I think I do want it to be, do like 1/8 of an inch off each side. I might do 1/8. I might do more off the bottom. Let's see how much this. Oh, that'll work. I didn't want to cut too many of those. Okay. So this one is for Pam. Miss Pam. I'm going to use my glass mat here. I've got my embossing ink. This is my favorite thing about fairy dust, especially if you do it in an ink blended pattern. Now, I don't know how inky. I may have to do this more than once because I may need to re-ink this. But if you do it on an ink blend panel, I mean, and I could show you that tonight too with a Shyman Hurley ink. All right. Yeah, my ink pad's getting, you can see it's very well loved. All right. I'm going to grab my fairy dust. And I'll kind of show you. We can see it's kind of sparkly. Clear with the sparkles. All right. I mean, this can make any card panel knock your socks off. I mean, yeah, we could have ink blended on this first. But like if you ink blend a card base and you're like not super, okay, now I see a spot I missed, but that's okay. We can fix it. If you ink blend on something and you're like, it's just not quite what I wanted, this is how you can step it up a notch. Okay, now I'm just trying to be careful because the entire thing is covered. Now you might not be able to see it right away. Now this is one of those with glitter. You might even want to do, you can see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, that some of the glitter is flying off the page because glitter doesn't always want to stick. So sometimes you got to go from underneath. Like, look at my desk. You can see all the, all right, it's dry. I'm going to go from underneath first. I tend to try to do that first. I just sometimes forget during my lives. Okay, I've got one little spot I got to fix here. Make sure it's nice and cool. It is. I love the inspiration box because everything works really well together. I mean, I know there's a lot of kits on the market that you can, and things do work so well together that you can just take this kit to like a crop and make cards. And you really, other than maybe bringing some ink and some tools, okay. I've got to clean up my desk before I go further, but I want to just see if you could, I mean, you're going to see, but it's in life, you're going to see the glitter, but it is like a magic trick. I mean, it's like I said, it's really hard to, I don't know if I can get my camera to, but you can see the sparkle. And then wherever it's sparkling, it's also got the glitter. So, I mean, in life, it's just, whew, you just can't quite see that on camera, unfortunately. Let me get this cleaned off quick because I have embossing powder everywhere. And of course, you know what? I just cleaned my whole desk this weekend. Get my little Swiffer cloth out here. I think that little piece is going to go in the garbage. All right, that works. And then if you take a piece of black, which is our licorice cardstock, if I can find it here. Where's my licorice? Can't find it. I don't know where my container of black cardstock went, you guys. It seems to have disappeared in my mess of cardstocks. All right. Well, I apologize for that. Seems really weird that I have no black cardstock open. So we'll go ahead and open some. You're welcome. It's like I said, it's a really fun one to do. And on top of like an ink plan, it's I actually never thought about doing an entire panel. We had a design team member a couple of years ago do one during a live, and I had everything that was there. So I created live with that person, and that's what they did with their ink blended backgrounds. And I think I'm missing a little bit up here, but I mean, just pop this on a little bit of black and you've got a perfect little fun card. You can add some embellishments. I'm going to heat emboss this again, but I want it because I don't think it got all, but I'm going to put it to the side and we're going to move on. I'll finish that towards the end. All right, let us move on to, I want to use one of these pieces of cardstock. Now this, I would be honest with you, I want to do 5 and a, I'm going to do 4 and a half. I want a 4 1/4 by 5 and a half. I may end up trimming this down. So I just did 4 1/4. So I guess we're going to trim it down again to 4. Okay. Oops. I want to do a landscape card. And I'm thinking the drafts are adorable, by the way. I'm thinking I want to use my little penguinos here. And they are super cute. So I'm going to do some very basic coloring with these. Grab my Olos, grab my cheaters. Does anyone have any fun plans this weekend? I know my local friends are crafting. I ended up not being able to go with them this weekend to craft. I was going to, but Sean on the design team and I both ended up doing a class for the Create With Your Card Making Summit. And I think Sean's class was yesterday. My class is tomorrow. And during that, I am hosting for the paid ticket holders a challenge at noon. So I have to stay home instead of go with my friends crafting tomorrow, which is fine. Only because it's further away, so I wouldn't make it back in time. Then I plan on working on more of the projects for this fun release because then I have to, keeping warm, yes. Then I have to get started on February because I believe my February products will be here if the post office cooperates on Monday, so I can start making samples right away. But there's just so much fun stuff to play with that I haven't had a chance to play with yet. So I'm just grabbing, for those of you, if you've not seen me color before, and I know I've talked about this before, I'm not much of a plan my color out type of girl. I'm a grab and go. Now I have decided I really do like, that'll dry back, but the Olo BG 7.0 for like more of a white than using a gray. So I've got these guys, little guys. Keeping warm. It got to 15 today. And I saw something about maybe some snow on Sunday. I'm really sad because there's really no football on. And I love football. I'm so sad football is ending. I mean, I know it's the Pro Bowl, but to me, that's not football. It could be football to anybody else, but it's not football to me. So I think these little guys right here, I think they need to be under something though. So I am not sure. Let's see what glitter. Ooh, oh yes, Mama, you're packing for quilt retreat. That's right. I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want to do, if this is going to be too busy. What do you guys think? Is this too busy? I'm thinking we might use this with one of my heart dies, wherever I put those little guys. I just moved them off to the side here somewhere. There they are. I was going to use plain, but I don't know where the plain ones are, so I grabbed my scallop. Let's cut this. Let's cut this out. This is the confetti cannon glitter stock. It is so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and just cut it like this before I run it through my die cut machine. I mean, look, see, I cut it. No glitter fell off. No confetti fell off. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to lose a piece or two, depending on how it's glued on, but it's not going to fall apart on you. Okay. Put that down on top. I do too, Lynn. It's actually, I used it, I had it, but I used it for the first time with my, this might, I don't know how, okay, that did cut through because these are older dies. I used it for the first time on my day one countdown video, and I was just like, yep, I like it. I had to order a second set. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to use that right like this. And then I'm going to put these guys on top. We might even put them off to the side a little bit here. And then I think we need a color to go underneath, and that's what, and then our sentiment. It is. I agree, because if that's all the colors. We're going to go ahead and use the red. Maybe. Yeah, I'm going to use the red, except that I see that I still got to trim that a little bit, but that's okay. We can do that. And then I'm going to grab a piece of this, and I'm going to grab one of these. Let's see here. We have you plus me. Those I think are too long for this card. I think this one is too long. I don't know if I want to do it this way. So that's going to be a little too long for what I want. I'm thinking that we're going to do the perfect pair. We're going to do it right here. But I think I want to put a little red behind it, just to pop some more red in there. Or do we want to do the purple? What do you guys think? Let's try it. Let's see. Do we like the aubergine better than the red? Ooh, I'm thinking the purple. What do you guys think? Let me bring it up. Purple or red? Anybody have any thoughts? I'll tip it this way so you can see it a little bit more. I'm thinking the purple. I mean, I'm really thinking the purple because I think the purple pulls out of this a little bit more. I won't glue it down yet. I'll wait and see if anyone comments. And in the meantime, since you guys know my favorite. Oh, I got a purple. I got a purple for Miss Penny. Behind the curtain says purple. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to measure it, and it's about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this from the 5 to the 5 inch mark. Purple too. Purple. Okay, purple. Yeah. Well, purple's my favorite color. All right. Both look great. Well, we got enough purples that we're going to do purple. And then we're going to put this guy on here like this. So it's just a hint. And then I just have to decide if I want to do, I think that's what I kind of like. I'm going to move it over just like this and do it like that. I don't know if I like that though. We might cut that off. Let's glue this down and then we'll cut it off. I think the purple go with the confetti more too. I agree. I think if I had the confetti on just the red without the hearts behind it, that, see, like here. If you had it on here, it looks really good. But I think with all of these hearts, the purple makes it. It helps the purple, I think. So we are going to go with purple. And I am going to trim this down. I'm going to go a little rogue and just use my scissors. I might not have got that on there straight. But perfection is overrated. See if I have a little wiggle room yet. Nope, it's already glued down. That works. And I'm just going to trim it off a little bit, hopefully straight. All right. So, like I said, I believe this paper being more like a scrapbook paper, I'm going to use tape runner. You could use glue, but I would be very stingy with my wet glue, because wet glue and thinner paper like this can make it warp. So be stingy with your glue. And I bent that piece a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just going to eyeball it. Getting about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Oh, not quite straight, but we'll fix that. Did I not cut that straight? It looks weird. Let's see what this looks like. Use my paper trimmer here. I don't know if I cut that straight. Well, we're going to trim it down just a little bit because it's not all the way centered. That looks a little better. We'll trim this one too. Like I said, don't have to worry if you don't make it perfect. It's okay. You know, the people that comment about it, don't take it to heart. Just don't make them a card the next time. So it was unanimous. Yes, it was. Okay, so then we got this. We've got our little confetti cannon here. We've got the perfect pair. All right, so I kind of like that placement like this. So we're going to start. I'm going to go ahead and grab this first, and we're going to use liquid glue. And if you're wondering, I do love my glue press, but this is barely artist glue inside. What I did find is I've heard a couple people talking about this the last couple of days. They said they've had issues with clogging. I had one bottle of new glue clog that I filled with barely artist glue, and I've had one that is perfect. I wrecked a bottle. Oops. I wrecked a bottle, so I want you to learn from me. This piece right here, you can accidentally push in. So don't. I wrecked it and pushed it inside. So I ended up having to buy a new bottle and then get the new tops for my glue stand, because they do make the new longer tops so that it would sit in my glue stand better. Because if you don't have the top on it, it won't sit flat. And I have filled it. I use a glue a lot. I mean, I don't really, to be honest with you, cover it much. The first one, I think last winter, I covered my glue press in the winter when I wasn't using it, like after the weekend, like on Sundays. But this year I have not had any issues. So it's just as a dry in, like, because we have wood's heat going, it just seemed like it's working. So I think sometimes it could be the bottle. Or it could have been maybe that I didn't put it on the stand properly. So I was trying to make sure it's in, but I'm not like so worried about it that I check it every time I put it in. All right, I'm just going to use I'm using liquid glue, and I'm using the magnets because this glitter stock is very chunky and you need to make sure it sticks. So we're going to push that off to the side. All right, let's quick fix this one. I need a little bit more ink right there because I did not ink that up all the way. And if my panel, it doesn't have a little ink at the top there, that's going to look weird. All right, let's heat past that. Try to go down camera so you can watch the magic melt. Much better. So I'm getting probably too close to my paper. Almost burnt it. Okay, there, that's better. All right, now I'm just going to kind of wave it around a little bit. You can see it on my little side camera there, just to cool it off. Okay, that's good enough. And then we can, now I wanted to show you the difference. So I'm going to do the black because I think I like the pop of the black. Now, if you wanted to do the color, this is what comes in the card, you could also do the red. I mean, you could also do red and black, to be honest with you. Cut it down a little bit more, but I'm going to do it on the black just because for some extra fun, I'm going to cut some red hearts out of glitter stock to add a little more red. I mean, you could put this on a red card base, if you wanted to. But I'm going to do black. Oops, I don't think. Nope, it's a little too high. So let's. You can see where I tore it a little bit. So if you can kind of do 3 sides, then your 4th side should be pretty close. Now I heat embossed those card panels. Those card panels are a lighter weight card stock than the colored card stock. So that's why it was kind of curled up a little bit. And then put this on a card base. See? I mean, you could trim it down just a hair and have that tiny little black and then have the white. So I could show you like this. So it would be like that, which would be really pretty too, but I'm going to leave it. I'm getting theme park vibes from this color. All right, let's grab our die. And we're going to grab that red cardstock from our freebie. This is the Ruby. I'm going to go ahead and just cut it out. I hoard glitter stock. I hoard specialty papers. Like, I save every little bit of it. If I can cut a heart out of it that's this size, this little size like this, I save it. I don't know why. It's just one thing I do. It's one thing I can't not do. Like this, I will save this piece here. And I'll probably cut some hearts out of that. All right. Yeah, so I'll save this piece up here. I'll probably cut a heart out of here later, or like out of here, I'll just run my little thing. Are you ready? I know Christopher used this die the other night. Look at how fun this is. Oops. And you've got this fun little, oops, I still got a heart right in there. And I think there's a little piece right there. I mean, how fun is that? I don't want to use it with this card because that's too big for this pattern, but we can grab a couple of these hearts. And actually what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cover this one right here with this bigger heart. I don't know if this one's too small. This one might be too small. Nope, it's about perfect. I'm going to use that one right there and center it right between our 2 little penguins. Just dabbing up my extra glue. And look at that. Yeah, they are. That's the color. Yep. It looks totally like that color scheme. So there we go. We've got another card right here. We got 3 cards. But I don't want to be done yet. I don't want to be done yet. So we've still got 15 minutes. Let's see if I can find my Misty. I'm going to pull in a product I wasn't planning on using tonight. If that's not the Misty I want. Where's my regular Misty? Okay, now you'll have to forgive me. I'm pulling out this stamp set because this stamp set is sold out. I love this stamp set, and you will see me feature it on day 3 of the. It's sold out, but there'll be more coming back in stock. But I am going to go ahead and grab this piece of cardstock here. And I'm actually going to grab, just going to use a regular piece of Scotch tape because I'm not sure where my stick and stamp mat is right this second. I'm just going to stick it down, get that out of the way. And I have not used this. Bonus, yes, 4 cards. Woo-hoo. I have not used the lots of hearts yet, and I want to. Now, I saw a sample today on our design team group from Miss Easy's with this and the Bloomin' Heart. Is that what it's called? And the heart flower blue, the one with the heart. I don't remember what it's exactly called, but oh, I didn't look at it too much, but it was beautiful. So obviously my card panel is bigger than my card base, but I'm okay with that. So, oops, it didn't stick because I was using good old Scotch tape. That's okay. I'm okay with that. You know what? I'm going to take the time to see if I can find my stick and stamp mat. Give me 1 second here. I've got several. Oh, here's one. I have several older ones, but I want one that's not super new because I don't want it to be super sticky. Okay, this one works. Found one. This is a really old one. All right. Hopefully it still has some stick left on it. I think this is not my one I usually ink blend with. All right, we're going to anti-static power tool. I'm not terribly worried about, but I'm going to grab the Love Bomb. Yeah, you did that one, but you also used the one that's just the heart. It's the little stamp set. The one I was telling you we needed some samples for. And they were both stunning. And I loved how you die cut the heart overlay over it. I was just very busy this afternoon, so I didn't get a chance to look at them all. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, did I not? We almost screwed that all up, didn't we? Because I didn't have that in the right spot. It's okay. I'm going to flip. It's okay, because I'm going to cut it down. Is that going to work? Yep, that's going to work. That'll work. All right, let's see. Yep, we're going to do more than once. The Bloomin' Heart, is that what it's called? The one that has, it's the butterfly heart. I can't remember the name of it. It's here somewhere in my stash. I haven't used it yet. Yeah, sorry, my table's a little wiggly. That's from standing here. I'm okay with this being a little distressed. Like I said, I did want to show you that. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this stamp set could be matched up. If you look, see how this right here, this heart, and this heart right here, they match up. So you could overlap them. You would need to very much take your time and overlap them. I am not going to do that tonight because we will waste too much time doing that for the end of our live. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that fairy dust one more time. And I know, like I said, it didn't go through the whole card base. I'm okay with that because we just want a little panel. Oh, I wish it could stay like this. The butterfly heart stamp. Thank you. That's what it's called. I couldn't remember. I think we had a Bloomin' Heart one time, so that's why I'm like, All right. This is another one where I'm letting my heat tool heat up. And I'm going to go from underneath first because I want it to kind of melt a little bit before I go in without that glitter. Heat up my paper from the back side. There, you can see the magic happening there. Now, see, if I go like this, you're gonna see it fly. It's gonna fly, and I don't know if you can really see a lot of that on camera, but the powder does fly and that's why if you look at my desk very closely, you'll see little granules. I'm just gonna do it from above because it is faster, and I'll just clean up. Perfect. I might have heat embossed that in a couple areas way too much. All right. Now, not sure if you can see the sparkle from here either. There you can kind of see the sparkle, Pam. You know, you can see the sparkle where it's hitting the different lights. So I would tell you that this is Fairy Dust is one of my go-to embossing powders. That and Icicle, I'm just checking to make sure I did it all. It looks like I did. I think I just overheat embossed it a little bit. Icicle and Fairy Dust are two that I have to have. I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. Yeah, so here, I'm going to show you. I cut off that bottom. So here, I will show you. See how that pattern lines up? I'll try and get that up closer. So you could keep doing that. A lot of the Brutus Monroe stamps that are like that, the 4x4 stamps are kind of like that. How long is this? So this is at 4 3/4. So let's cut down a little bit. I'm going to cut down. I'm going to cut down like this. How does that look? I feel like, yeah, maybe it's because I have more darker ink or something there. I don't know. It's got a couple different colors. I mean, you could save that as a little thing, but I'm being good about throwing things away. All right. Now we need to use another one of these little guys. And I'm thinking the sharks because they'll be quick to color. We got our little sharks. And once again, use one of these. I don't know if I want to use one of these pieces of paper this time. We've used those a couple times already. Let's get our card base on here. Thinking we'll just do that. Let's get these guys colored. Okay, we're going to do these real quick. I'm going to go ahead and use, oh, I almost dropped it on the floor. Add to cart. Yeah, Sandy says I'm the best friend for that. I did not put my cheaters on, so hopefully I can color quickly without actually making a mess. I don't wear glasses, but I like my cheaters because they are 100%, which doesn't make sense, but they're big. They just magnetize a little bit. And I'm going to go in with the dark or the lightest color first. I have found with the Olos more than my Copics that if I go with the lighter color first, I get a better blend. I think I said that last week too. I don't think I'm going to color the bottom. I might leave that plain. This is 7.2. I'm going to grab my 7.3. Oh yeah, she's definitely. Another person is my friend Stacy from Scrapmania. She's the owner of Scrapmania. Oh yeah, I was at a class. Actually was at a class. I'm not lying. And we were coloring avocados. I was taking a Copic market class. And from her teacher, Nancy, who was amazing. And I was like, that is the cutest stamp set in the world. It was a Doris stamp set with avocados. And avocados is one of my favorite foods. It's my top 3 favorite food. And if you go to a restaurant with me and I'm running late, order something with avocado on it for me and I'll be good. Anyway, all of a sudden come flying across them, because this is when she had her smaller store, came flying across the room and onto my lap was the avocado stamp. She goes, here you go. And I was like, oh, she just heard me talking about it. And so she's like, there you go. So yep, I own that stamp set because it's the cutest. All right. And then I think I am going to grab this big B, just add a light coloring to the bottom of this, just because the sharks are not white really per se. Or not white, like paper white. That works for me. And then we're going to grab that red again. Yeah, oh yeah, she did. Did you see this? Yes, she did. She does. Oh, you just wait till Spring Fling, Missy. You're going to be shocked at your little bin that you have pulled aside, because I'm going to show you my little trick to, since, and I'll show you, and it will be nuts. Okay, so we've got our little thing. I think we're going to do side by side forever, but I feel like we need something else. So I may end up pulling in that paper pad from the box. But I'm also thinking about if I can find it, because my desk has now become a crafter math. Got those hearts to use. We've got these. Oh yeah, we've got this little heart thing to use too. We might use these guys, but you don't really see them, so I'm not sure. That might have to be saved for another card. Let's see here. Nope, I don't like that, so we're not using that. Where is, this is what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, no, yep, or your Afterpay. We're going to go direct to my card base. Now, this is going to be a little tricky because it is exactly the same size as my card base. And to be honest with you, I'm going to save some of that. And you know how I'm going to do that? Hi, Sean. How are you? And you know how I'm going to save some of that? Is die cut out the center. So we're going to line this up. I'm actually just going to cut a heart out of the center. Just like that. Yes, a pink background would show off those hearts as well. You're right. And I can grab some pink. I just didn't know if I wanted plain pink. So let's try this first because we could ink blend on the pink. Okay, that did not. We want to do it like that. It sucked it up. We could do pink too. Give me a sec. Let me run this through my die cut machine. Save it. Like bubbles, exactly. I was just talking about you, Sean. I was telling everyone that you and I had been busy the last couple of days. We were involved with a summit, and so it's been craftiness crazy for us. So now that I cut that out the center, I mean, you could do more. You're never gonna know. You're never gonna know. And like I think Cam said, pink. I'm just gonna grab a piece of pink. I don't know if I'm gonna do it first. I'm just gonna show you. You could do pink and it would pop a little bit, but I think I'm going to go with the overlay. So I'm sorry, Pam, but I'm going to nix your idea and go with this. Oh yeah, Penny is the one who said it. Okay, sorry, Penny, I'm vetoing you. Now I'm going to be very careful with this because I got fingerprints and stuff on it. If it doesn't go perfect, it doesn't go perfect. I'll just cut my card base off and make it work. So I'm going to stick it on, I think, the side first. It's going to be close enough. It's a homemade card. Oh, wow. I did that pretty good. Now, the only spot is right over here where my card base might not be perfect. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it's been going really well. Sean taught an amazing class. I got a sneak peek ahead of time. I haven't had a chance. I am going to tackle that project, Sean, this next week or so of your class because it's inspired me to be a little less really crazy creative for me. Let go. And it was good. It's not, I like a little more control. Okay. But it was a great class that he taught. I taught a stencil class and it is going to be live tomorrow. I'm going to put that down like this. I'm just centering it up. And then look at that fun background. We've got our little fun little Sharky guys here. And I know it sold out, but I'm going to use it. Because somebody asked about it, and we don't have enough. We haven't used enough. Maybe I'm going to use it if I can find it. Here is I want to show this in action. So, because I know the last one was bought online. This was the shimmer pen, the tinsel shimmer pen. For those of you who didn't get it. Brandon, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear you say that. It was great. You need to twist it. And I'm going to move my card out of the way just in case. You kind of have to twist it. It looks like you're twisting a lot, but you do need to twist it until you can see. So we've had these pens like this over the years. We had a pearl last year. You can usually see it. And of course, I'm live and I've never used this before, of course. You feel like you're twisting forever. There it goes. It's coming out. Okay, just see that little drop out of there? We're going to use this little shimmer pen and we're just going to, the tinsel pen, and we're just going to go ahead and. So if you were able to get one of these, or if you got your anniversary box, I think, didn't this come in the anniversary box? Yes. Penny, did this come in the anniversary box? Oh, awesome. I have not looked yet tonight. I've been off social media most of the evening. Just hanging out with the honey and the pup. I will have to look. Thank you for telling me. I will look. I've seen the comments in the classroom. Okay, now I may not have done a lot of this, but it will dry and it will be sparkly. So it's still wet, so you're not going to see that. But that is how you use that if you got it in the anniversary box, or if you got it, if you were able to purchase it. I'm going to go ahead and glue this puppy down. I hope you guys are liking my little bit later live. It is very much what I am loving, because I don't feel like I'm rushing to come home and get ready for you guys, because I have been a little busy. You know, and I got home. So I hope the later time is okay with you guys. I know we're about over 5 minutes, but we're just winding down. But we did make a few cards tonight. So I did a little bit of add-on product, but for the most part, I just used I used our freebie. And once again, I think this time I'm going to do it up here. I did add on a few items, but most of what I tried to use tonight came in the box, other than the embossing powder and that background stamp. And of course the die that I used, my heart die, the big one. Just grab this one. I think I'm going to grab one of these from before with the sparkle. And then we'll grab this guy. Put a little more glue down. And stick that here. Oops. And I will kind of be done for the evening. So there's our cards. We had one really simple card where we just had a little bit. Oh, you know, that is one. That's perfect. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, yes, the tinsel shimmer pen was in the anniversary bag. Okay, so if you did get the anniversary swag bag, you did get the tinsel pen. So thank you. And then, like I said, we had a pearl that we kind of CYOE this last year. That we created this one with just the card panel. Of course, this card stock was not in the box. And some fairy embossing powder. This was in the box except for the stencil. All of this was in the box except, of course, my die cut, which was for my stash. And then I used this background stamp. But here are the cards that I made. Oh, they're not all on camera. Let's pull them down. Okay, guys, do you want a little sneaky peek? It's nothing that anyone, it's just my sneaky peek. I got to give you a sneaky peek. So I showed you earlier, this was day one of the inspiration of the countdown box. I am trying to limit my supplies for the entire 14 days. I'm maybe pulling in some of this release, but other than that, I'm not trying to pull in anything that's maybe in my stash, like the hearts or Spellbinder hearts that I used out of my stash. And then I'm going to do a quick sneaky peek. I got a quick sneaky peek. There's day 2. And there's day 3 of the countdown box. So thank you, you guys. Thank you very much. I had a great time. I love it. This is my favorite, I think. I mean, I love this one too, but I really like this. I really like those penguins with that overlay foil on it. So keep an eye out. Like I said, I have the countdown boxes going up both on the Brutus Monroe channel and my channel. You can sign up for notifications if you want on them. I am creating a playlist with them. Day 2 will go up tomorrow, probably afternoon. Day 3 will go up on Sunday, maybe in the afternoon. And then I've got to film day 4 and forever. So I don't know if it'll be up on Monday. It may not be every day. But if you want to keep an eye out for them, if you're subscribed to our channels, you will see them. So I appreciate you guys all so much. And I will have some of February. My February stuff will be here. So I will be playing with that next week. And don't forget, an order placed for $25 or more, you get this paper pack. It has to be a shippable order. And you get the paper, the glitter stock, and this fun heart paper pad. So have a great night, everybody. And I will see you all next week. Okay? Bye now.